And I'll tell you a little story, actually. This is a point where I tell the story about how the Rebel method started. So, Kirsty and I were sat in a session on Zoom, because everything's on Zoom these days, isn't it? And she said, well, what do you do with your clients? And I said, well, one of the exercises I do is remove the inner critic. She said, okay, you've got an R. I said, what else do you do? And I said, well, I help them be themselves. So, step into their own authenticity, which has been a big journey for me. Because I lived out of authenticity for many, many years. I wasn't who I was supposed to be. I felt shame, I felt upset. I was really, really depressed because I just couldn't be who I knew I could be. And I couldn't express that to the outside world. I just didn't have the ability. I was too scared. I was scared of everything. And then we had an L, so that was a B. Then we had the L. Because I said, well, the end result is people live the life that they dream of, which is what I'm doing now. I'm living the life that I dreamt of. I dreamt of writing a book, and I've done many things over the last few years which I never actually thought I'd ever be able to do, because I was so crippled with anxiety, depression, and addiction. So we had the R, the B, and the L. And I said, well, that sounds... we could spell rebel from that. Just need to find 2 E's. I'm a bit of a rebel. I was a rebel when I was a teenager. I caused chaos, actually, as some people in the room will know. So yeah, we had educate, which is a really, really important part of my Rebel method. So educate yourself about how your brain works. Because I'm a bit of a scientist, and I always have been. Loved looking into the science of things. One day I'd like to do a PhD in neuroscience, which would probably be a really, really difficult thing to do. However, yeah, I just love reading about science, and I love teaching people about science, because there's reasons that our brains do certain things. There's reasons that our brains don't work sometimes. There's reasons that our brains send us messages of freak out at this moment when actually nothing is happening around you. So I educate people about that. So, breathe. The second E is eliminate anxiety and depression, and that just incorporates all the other methods that I've learned over years and years of experience of working in mental health services. I used to work in the prisons, worked in rehabs, I've worked with people. In fact, I was interested in this when I did my first degree, which was in psychology. And I studied counselling when I was in the chaos myself. I couldn't have been a counsellor there. I would have been the worst counsellor. So yeah, that's the Rebel. So we've got the Rebel. Me and Kirsty, we've got the Rebel method. And I spoke to you yesterday, didn't I? And we were like, wow, look at where this has come now. It's in a book.